Hello friends, in this video we will be doing practice bites section of listing files and folders episode 9 of series efficient and automated file management with PowerShell. In this video we will be doing two labs. In first lab we will be seeing all the common examples of listing files and folders, and in second lab we will be doing a production kind of example like audit department of a company want to get list of only 4 files that have been created very recently on a file server. We will see how we can list these files and how we can fulfill such kind of requirement. So let me move to demo. I have already listed all these things that we will be doing in this lab. First lab we will be running examples, and examples I have already listed that we will be running so that we may not get diverted from our path. And also I have listed the second lab that we will be doing. Let me start with preparing our demo environment. So for sake of time, I have already written these commands by pausing the video so that I can make a video of short duration, right? So in first command, basically we are trying to set the location of a folder where we can create our test files and folders. So let me remove any files or folders that we might have created in our previous lab. So let me clean this folder by running this command. Like as you can see, remove hyphen item command it is, and we are using force parameter so that any file like read only file or hidden files, they may also get removed, right? In next command we are creating 5 directories, one inside another, right? So basically we have this directory created in current folder, then under that we have subdirectory like dir underscore depth2 and so on, right? So these are 4 directories. Let me create them. As you can see, our 4 directories have been created. Like we can only see last directory, and in between directories have also been created. And if we try to check like what exactly has been created, we can see using tree command. Like if we can see in our current folder we have a directory dir underscore depth1. Under that we have depth underscore 2, then depth 3, then depth 4, and so on. And in next command basically we are creating 2 text files in current folder. So you can see like this is the command for that. So if we run this, we can see like 2 files have been created under the current working directory. And in next command basically we are creating 2 text files and in the directory that is at level 1 or depth 1, right? In this directory basically we are creating 2 text files in this command, right? So let me run this, and our 2 text files have been created. In this command we are creating 2 text files at depth 2, then at depth 3, and then at depth 4, right? So we have created 2 text files at each level. Now we are creating 2 log files at depth 4 level. Log files have been created. Now we are creating one hidden file and it has been created. So our next example is like getting child items from a direct. So we can use command get hyphen child item. Path is my current direct. So if I try to run this command, I can see I have only 3 items at the root of my current direct. In next example, we are trying to get only names of child items from a direct. So we can do that by using name parameter. Let me copy the same command to save time, and we use name parameter. If we run this command, we can see now we are only getting names. Still we are getting all files and folders from root of current directory only, but this time we are not getting any extra information, but we are getting only names. So let me move to next example, that is like getting child items in the current directory and subdirectory, right? So what we can do here is we have these 3 commands and we'll be running each of them one by one to see the difference basically. So if we run the first command, we can see like we are getting all the files and folders in current direct. And if we use recurse parameter, so we can see like we are getting files and folders at each level. So we are getting all the items of current directory and subdirectories as well. So our next example is listing only a particular pattern of files. For example, we want to list only log file. I have written these two commands. So basically first command is without any filter parameter and second command is with filter parameter. So basically filter parameter is used to select a particular pattern of file. So first command we will run. As you can see, we are getting all the file. Also in case we want to filter patterns, then we can use filter parameter specifically. So if we run this command without filter parameter, you can see we are getting all the files, whether it is log file, text file or whatever. But in case if we want to be specific about a particular pattern of files, then we can use filter parameter, right? If I use filter parameter to filter only log files, then I'm getting only log files. So our next example is listing only files from a particular path or folder, right? So what we can do here is we can do like get hyphen child item, and suppose I want to list items from my current location only. If I run this command, you can see like I'm getting directories, files, but what I want is only files. So I can use file parameter, right? File parameter I can use. If I use this parameter, I will be getting only files, right? So as you can see, this time I am getting only files, like two files I am getting, but not getting any direct. So in this way we can use file parameter to list only files. In next example, I'm trying to get only directories from a particular path or folder. So in case we want to list only directories from a path, we can use directory parameter. So these two parameters are very helpful in our real world scenarios when we want to list only files and directories. So you will be using these parameters very frequently. Please keep in mind. And if I run this, I'm getting only direct. Next example is getting hidden and system files in current directory and subdirectory. Let me write the commands by pausing the video so that I can save some time. So I have written these two commands. If we run this normal command, so as we can see, we are getting only three items, but we are not getting any hidden file or like that. If I use force parameter, then see the difference. This time I am getting a hidden file as well that we created in our demo environment commands. If you can see the attributes, it has attribute of h. H means it is a hidden file, right? So using force parameter, we can list system and hidden files as well. So our next example is getting only hidden system or read-only files, specifically using hidden, read-only or system parameter, right? So what we can do is, let me just write the commands by pausing this video. So I have written these two commands. First command is normal one, and if I run this command, you can see again I am getting three files or folders, means three items. But what if in case I want to get hidden files? We can use force parameter to get hidden files, but the drawback with this approach is that if I use force parameter, I will be getting all the hidden files, systems files, or all the files which I get specifically from force parameter, but I cannot get a specific type of files only. Like suppose I want to get only hidden files, I cannot get those files using force parameter. But if in case I want to get only hidden files, then I can use these parameters specific. Like suppose I want to use hidden file, so what I can do is I can use hidden parameter. I'm getting only hidden file but not any extra file. In the same way, in case I want to get like read only files or other files, I can use other parameter specifically. Like I want to get only read only files, I can use this parameter. In case I want to use I want to get only system files, I can use this parameter. So in this way I can get a specific set of files only using these parameters. Our next example is include or exclude particular pattern from listing. Suppose in case I want to get only log files, include and exclude parameter are very helpful in such cases. Let me write commands by pausing the video. So I have written these commands, and first one is normal command. Like I'm trying to list all the files in my current directory and subdirectories by using recurse parameter, and I'm listing only names by using name parameter, right? If I run this command, and before that let me clear my screen, and if I try to run that, you can see I'm getting list of all the files. As you can see, like I'm getting list of log files, text files and every kind of file. But in case I want to include only text file in my result, right? I can use include parameter. So if I run this now, as you can see, I have only text files in my result. In case I want to exclude text files from my result, but I want to include any type of files that is other than .txt files, so I can use exclude parameter. If I run this command, as you can see, I am getting all the files but excluding text files, right? So in this way I can use exclude and include parameters. Our next example is getting items from up to a level of subfolders only. Suppose like I have 4 directories, one inside another, but if I use approach of recurse parameter, drawback with this approach is that I get list of files in each folder and subfolder. But in case I am interested only listing files from top 2 folders only, then what I can use for that thing, I have a depth parameter. As you can see, I am getting list of files from every level, like from depth 4 directory, depth 3, depth 2 and depth 1 as well, and even current directory as well. But I am interested only listing files and directories from my current folder and one subfolder that is just inside the current folder, but not from subfolders which are after depth 1 level. So what I can do is I can use depth parameter, and suppose I want to get list of files from top 2 levels of directories, I can use this. As you can see, I am getting from depth 2, depth 1 and current folder only, but I am not getting files from depth 3 level directory or depth 4 level. In case I want to get directories from my current directory only, I can use, because 0 represents my current directory. If I run this command, I am getting files from my current directory only, that represents depth 0. In case I want to get files from my current directory and one subdirectory as well, so I can use 1, and if I run this command, I am getting from current directory and one subdirectory that is just inside the current directory. Our next example is I can use my attribute parameter to list the files and folders based on the properties or based on the attribute. Suppose trying to list only items which have directory not in their attribute, means this would be files, right? Not directory means this would be file. So let me run this command, and you can see I am getting only files. And in next example, I am trying to list all the items which are not directory and not system files. So basically I am trying to list normal files only. So if I run this command, and you can see I am getting only 2 files. And in next example, I am trying to list only files which have hidden as their attribute. So if I run this command, I am getting the files which are hidden, or which have hidden in their attribute set. So in this way we can list different type of files or directories based on their attribute value. And our next is like our example from production, that is like audit department of a company want to get list of only 4 files that have been created very recently on file server. So let me see the solution of this demo. So first of all, let me try to get the list of all the items from my current directory by using command this, and path is my current directory. And if I run this, you can see like I am getting list of all the directories and files in my current location. So I want to be very specific about files only, so I can use file parameter so that I can get list of only files. If I run this command, you can see like I'm getting list of files only, but time is not as per like requirement. It is not in any order. To list only 4 latest files, first of all we need to order these files as per their creation time. For that we have a command that is like sort hyphen object. In case you are not aware about this command, don't worry, we will be discussing this command in detail in coming videos. And we want to sort it by a property, that is creation time, right? So if I try to filter it based on this property, as you can see, I am getting the list of files based on their creation time, right? So I want to list it in descending order, because I am getting the new files at the end and older files at beginning. So what I can do is in descending order. By default, sort object command sorts the objects in ascending order. In case we want opposite, we can use descending parameter, And if I run this command, as you can see, my latest files are there at the top. I want to list only 4 files. So what I can use is select creation time, suppose, and name of file, right? And I want to list only first 4 files. So I can use this parameter. And if I run this command, as you can see, I have 4 files which have been created very recently, and I have listed only creation time for ease to see, so that we can identify easily that these files have been created at this point of time. And I have listed the name property as well, so that we can identify the name of file. In this way, we can use listing commands and parameters solve our production kind of environment as well. And please practice these commands in your system. Trust me, these commands are not going to hamper anything or destroy anything in your system. So please practice more and more, in every way, in every direction, by every angle. So happy learning.